Welcome to Toy Boy Federation. I'm your host, Maximum Croonage, and today we are going to be going over the brand new Ultimate Edition Series 2 figures from Mattel. We're going to be starting off with Shinsuke Nakamura. This one was deemed to be kind of an interesting choice because of how Shinsuke Nakamura's figures generally are kind of seen as peg warmers, meaning that they are the ones that kind of linger on the shelves the longest. I attribute this to the fact that there is a seemingly endless array of almost identical Shinsuke figures. Shinsuke himself, of course, is an amazing talent. I absolutely love him. That being said, I am still excited for this one. And I've been trying to hold off judgments in terms of how it looks in box. Why dilly-dally? Let's hop to it. Man, this thing is like butter. I love it. I love the way this feels. As with the other Ultimates and, an increasing number of Elites, we have a plethora of interchangeable parts, which is very welcome. We have 3 interchangeable heads here. We have multiple sets of hands, and we have interchangeable arms as well. The back, I like this a lot. It looks very, very seamless. This could have been way clunkier. I have to say that so far removing the limbs has been like very easy. Going with the Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior and the Ultimate Edition Ronda figures, it was kind of an issue getting stuff in and out. So far, this is pretty good. Yeah, pretty painless. So I kind of made kind of jokingly made a post on Instagram when the initial pictures of these were put out that Shinsuke had, in fact, dad bod in this figure. I don't really take that back. I think it probably, with the way that these are sculpted and the way that these, I'm not 100% sure these really are an improvement on the Elite abs. I don't think that they really aesthetically add anything to it. And as far as posability goes, I'm not convinced that they're any better either, because the fact that they kind of gave him a more slender waist kind of going in and kind of have it tapered up at the top of this piece here, it really does give the illusion that he does have like a beer gut, even though he of course doesn't. I do think that this is ultimately, I don't want to say mistake, but I remain to be convinced that this was the right choice, or at least something that's supposed to be definitive as opposed to the joints on the Elites. So it's fine, but it still kind of does look like he has a beer gut. Other than that, I really, really like the figure. Of course, as noted elsewhere, we have the opposable toes, etc., etc. I would say, unless, and I know that Mattel, as of recording this, showed like a prototype for a new Shinsuke Elite where he is wearing blue. I would say, with that being the exception, I think that this kind of renders the other Shinsuke figures kind of obsolete. I don't really see a need to own the other ones just because the outfits are so similar, whereas like you get an AJ Styles figure, you can get them in a whole variety of different colors, etc. Shinsuke, all of the outfits look so similar. Just get this one. Get this one, call it a night. Don't bother with the other ones. I know that's like a pretty extreme thing to say, but this kind of just does the job that the others do. And yeah, he has dad bod, but the figure looks really good with this back on. Yeah, some of the interchangeable heads work better than others in terms of popping it onto the neck. No, I really like this. I really dig it. I think it's kind of getting a bad rap. I know a lot of people, truthfully, have not been very excited about this one. I like it. And, again, I think it more or less can kind of replace the other Shinsuke figures. That being said, let's go into some pros and cons. Shinsuke Nakamura Ultimate 2. Great attention to detail. Uses the torso from the Ultimate Edition Adam Sandler figure. A variety of interchangeable heads, arms, and hands. Feels a little redundant next to the other Shinsuke figures, but is the definitive Shinsuke Nakamura figure. Alrighty, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to follow my Instagram account at Toyboy Federation, and you stay solid.